Howdy, tubers and footers. What an exciting 2023 Iron Dog race it is. Right now, our top team, Team 7, is in McGrath. They did it. They're in McGrath. So they have held the lead. What an awesome run they have made. I'm so excited for them. Oh, looking forward to talking to them. Hopefully, we can make it to the finish line. I am hoping we'll be there tomorrow. The roads are pretty crappy, so we will not be driving into Wasilla this evening. The roads were closed earlier today, so we did not make it out to Wasilla. So we'll see. We'll be making an early morning rally. Oh well. So let me share my screen and show you where the teams are as of now. And it is currently 8:33 p.m. Alaska Standard Time. So we are way behind the rest of the continental U.S. So I'm sure most people are cuddled nicely in their Betty Buys by now. Let's take a look at our latest news for Iron Dog. Be sure to go to the Iron Dog webpage, www.irondog.org, and check out all the information that is available there. They do have some great articles, and they have a current update for the Hall of Fame banquet and raffle drawing. So that is awesome. We will not be attending the banquet. That is a sold out event. So here you see right now in the current standings, we have, oh, well, I thought it was a mandatory holdover in Squentna. I could be wrong. What is happening? So our top teams as of 8:13 p.m. on February 24th, 2023, it looks like Team 7, Ackelstad and Olstad, have checked into Squentna South. Oh, okay, I read that wrong. I thought it said checked out of Squentna. Okay, good. So they are in Squentna. They have a mandatory holdover. So the teams are going to be held there till the morning to guarantee an afternoon finish. So they kind of try and schedule these events to where the racers come in after the Iron Pup run. So at 10 o'clock tomorrow out on Big Lake, they will have the Iron Pup run, and then the teams are scheduled to start coming in around noon. So right now, these top teams are held in Squentna. So let's get down our top board. So in first place, we have Team 7, Ackelstad Olstad, with a course time of 51 hours, 52 minutes, and 52 seconds. And they have checked into Squentna southbound. And their course mile is 2,423 miles with an average speed of 46.70 miles per hour. Our second place team is Team 14, Boylan and Leslie, and they have a course time of 52 hours, 25 minutes, and 44 seconds. They have checked into Squentna as well, headed southbound. Their course mile as well is 2,423 miles, are in the books, and they have an average speed of 46.21 miles an hour. And if you take a look, this is where, even though the standings may show them in a certain position, their time, their course time is what matters. So I will make that more clear as we go down, but keep an eye on the course time. As you can see here, there is quite a spread. They have put quite the spread in between first and second. There was just a matter of minutes between them, and now they have opened that spread quite a bit. In third place, we have Team 39, Barbara Lapham, with a course time of 52 hours, 47 minutes, and 6 seconds. And they have also checked into Squentna southbound. Their average speed is 45.90 miles an hour. In fourth place is Team 2, Kishbaugh Sodasanti, with a course time of 59 hours, 41 minutes, and 21 seconds. They have also checked into Squentna with their average speed at 40.59 miles an hour. Our 5th place team is Team 23, the Miller brothers, with a course time of 56 hours, 42 minutes, and 38 seconds, and they have checked out of Puntilla, heading southbound. And their course time now is 2,355 miles on the books, with an average speed of 41.53 miles per hour. In 6th place, we have Team 49, Palin Van Wingerden, with a course time of 58 hours, 42 minutes, and 28 seconds, and they have checked out of Puntilla southbound with a average speed of 40.11 miles per hour. Currently in 7th place, we have Team 31 with a course time of 58 hours and 32 minutes and 17 seconds, and they have checked out of Rhone southbound with a course mile of 2,290 miles on the books, with an average speed of 39.12 miles per hour. In 8th place, we have Team 41, Wold, with a course time of 61 hours, 52 minutes, and 14 seconds. And that is Team 41. They have checked out of Rhone southbound with a course mile of 2,290 miles on the books, with an average speed of 37.1 miles an hour. Our 9th place team is Team 28, Christensen Potter, with a course time of 76 hours, 49 minutes, and 25 seconds, and they have checked out of Rhone southbound with a course mile of 2,290 miles on the books, with an average speed of 29.81 miles an hour. Now, if you notice here, this is where you look at the course time. So 8th place had a course time of 61 hours. 9th place has a course time of 76 hours. But if so keep in mind that that is what they are going by, is their course time. So in 10th place is the ladies. They are in the money according to this right now. We're going to show you here, like as you can see, Team 9 has a course time of 56 hours. So there's quite a big gap between these teams, but depending on where they are, on layovers, checkpoints, etc., kind of makes this board position change, but it is all dependent on the course time. But currently right now, as it stands, where the teams are on the course and what they've logged, the women's team are in 10th place. So Team 16, Gossett Wood, has a course time of 78 hours, 15 minutes, 21 seconds, and they have checked out of Rhone southbound with a course mile of 2,290 miles with an average speed of 29.26 miles an hour. Now, there was some rumor on the Facebook page, this is not confirmed, that they did have to tow into Rhone and that there may have been some issues, but I did not see any slowdown of their time going through. So I don't think they were towing in. I think they fixed whatever issues they had and they are back on the trail. So way to go, ladies. In 11th place, we have Team 11, Covalt Wagner, with a course time of 84 hours, 56 minutes, and 47 seconds. And they have checked into Rhone southbound with a course mile of 2,290 miles on the books with an average speed of 26.96 miles an hour. Now, the ladies could have been towing another team. Maybe they were towing Team 11 into the Rhone checkpoint. It's hard to say. Currently in 12th place is Team 9, Barbara Conlon, with a course time of 56 hours, 12 minutes, and 31 seconds. They have checked out of Nikolai, headed southbound, with a course mile of 2,216 miles in the books, with an average speed of 39.42 miles an hour. In 13th place, we have Team 8, Gueco Moen. All right. 57 hours, 19 minutes, and 55 seconds on the trail, and they have checked out of Nikolai. They are of course mile 2,216 with an average speed of 38.65 miles an hour. And in 14th place, we have Team 20. Way to go, team. Kraus Strobel. Course time 58 hours, 17 minutes, and 46 seconds, and they have checked out of Nikolai, headed southbound, with a course mile of 2,216 miles on the books, with an average speed of 38.1 miles per hour. In 15th place, bringing in our red lantern, was Team 19, and they are currently on a 3-hour layover in McGrath, headed southbound. So this team, even though they are placed 15th, as you can see, they are already in McGrath. So their course time is 64 hours, 6 minutes, and 1 second. So way to go, Team 19. Their course mile is 2,164 miles with an average speed of 33.76 miles an hour. And we have not had any new scratches. Again, this is the first time in the Iron Dog that more than half the field is finishing. So that is exciting. As we check in here with our GPS tracker, you can see most of our teams are here in Squentna. Holding up, our top teams are there. We have Team 49. They are heading into Shell Lake. And let's scooch in to the rest of our field here. So we have Team 41 making their way to Puntilla, Team 28 on their way to Puntilla, and the women are shortly behind them making their way to Puntilla. They're doing great. Team 31, just a bit behind the ladies. Team 11 headed out of Roan, it looks like. Team 20 is into Roan right now, and we have Team 9 making their way to Roan, and we have Team 8 behind Team 9. This section here is super tight and ski to ski, and they are just winding through this twisty, tight trail. So the times through this section are a bit slower and far more conservative. As they head into, as you can see here, they are making their way through the Alaska Range. So way to go. If we, whoopie doopie doo. Let's just roll this over so you guys can see here that this right here, this graph is showing the section of the terrain. And right now, this is the elevation that they are working on. So right there, our teams right here are at the highest peak of the race right here in this section. So the ladies right now are making their way through the Alaska Range and doing really well. That is awesome. This is exciting. This may be the first year a women's team makes it on the podium. So what do you think about that? Wouldn't that be something to see? I had always dreamed to be a part of that, but you know what? I am having to give that up, and these women are a great representation of ambassadors for the sport. So John Wagner has shared some of his photos here at Puntilla. Way to go. Awesome. Cheryl Jones. They had a bunch of the staff are stuck in Nome still. They did get a chartered plane to get them out of there, but there are still a lot of people stuck in Nome. Team 7 and 14 in Squentna. So there you go. And here Flora has shared a picture of the helmet program that the Iron Dog sponsors and is a big part of making sure these kids have helmets out there in the villages. So way to go. We have Team 7 here through Shell Lake. This is very exciting. Look at them go. They are running clean and fast, and they look good. Way to go, guys. What a year to run the Iron Dog. The trail looks amazing. So again, we have our ambassador team, And Chris Olds, who is part of Team 10, the pro class, has joined the ambassador team, and they are making their way back southbound. So they have checked into Ruby, and they are heading to McGrath this evening. So way to go, guys. Way to go. It looks like 2 hours ago it said 14 and 39, gained nearly 10 minutes on 7 between Roan and Puntilla. But here are your Puntilla South splits. So these are the differences between these teams. That is close. Wow. Here's our ambassador team in and out of Ruby. Thank you, Melissa, for sharing these photos. Here's the group on the chartered plane getting out of here. Here's my post I made earlier. The women are in the money. Way to go. Team 16. Even though, according to course time, they're not, but on the stats, it does show them in the money. There are some people that are not yet. Check the course. I get it. It doesn't matter. It right now, they're in the money. So that makes me happy. Anyhow, John Wagner shares this picture of Team 7 in Puntilla fueling up. So look at that. They've got great weather getting them through that. Nice. All right. And so there is our current update of the teams for the 2023 Iron Dog. I appreciate all of you joining me and catching up on these updates and seeing where these teams are. It is very exciting. I am like gnawing on my candy necklace. So it is time. We got our little Chewbacca Pez. He's almost empty. Got to get me more Pezes. I mean, this is it. So as we watch these teams make their way into McGrath, they will be held over for the daylight finish tomorrow. So good to go, teams. They have had a lot of layover time, and that is something really interesting. I find an intriguing part of the changes to this race is how much layover time these teams are getting. So they are getting plenty of rest, plenty of food, all of that in between these sections. So that's really great. It keeps the race exciting, and it allows for more teams to finish. And I think that's what they're going for. Is the goal is to get more teams across the finish line. I know specifically they really want to get another women's team across the finish line. Missy and I have held that title for 22 years, and that is a long time to hold a title. That's a lot longer than a lot of marriages. So, hey, Patrick Vaughn, welcome. So, it's a sign of the times. No one can hold a title forever. And, Missy and I have done amazing for, hopefully it's an attest to what Missy and I actually accomplished. Back then the race was done in 5 days. You barely had any layovers northbound and southbound, and the top team got 40 hours in Nome, and everybody else got whatever they came in on. So it was a different race then. That doesn't mean it's not challenging now. So keep in mind this race is still quite challenging. So it's really exciting to see the changes. It has become more of a staged event, and that keeps the teams closer together, which allows the logistics for the Iron Dog a lot easier planning, as well as getting checkers in and out of these places. They're not having to man these checkpoints for ridiculous lonely times, waiting for single teams to make their way through. And, a lot of there's a lot of opinions, back and forth on the changes in the race. But as with everything, change needs to happen. And there's a lot of, well, when I did it, blah, blah, blah. Well, it doesn't matter. The race now is what it is. And so these teams that are running now are up against all new challenges, and they face all new things on the trail. So I am always trying to be supportive of whoever is out there on that trail. So, just to pull up to the Iron Dog start is quite an accomplishment, in my opinion. And I think, that should never be undershined at all. So even if teams do not make it to the finish line, just pulling up to the start is quite an accomplishment. You know what I mean? So this is an exciting run. The women's team have trained hard for this race, and I am really excited to see them pull it through. They have run steady and clean the whole way. So good on them. That's very exciting. This may be the team to win it. You never know. Like, who knows? They still have to get to the finish line. All the teams still have to get to the finish line. A lot can happen till they get to Big Lake. But it is so exciting to see how far they've come. They have made the most miles on the trail so far. Bravo to these teams out there. They're doing really good. And it really does say a lot for the manufacturers of these sleds on how well their products are doing now. Look at that. They can make over 2,000 miles in brutal terrain under the worst conditions, and they're still holding it together. The amount of wrench time that was taken in Nome is phenomenal. I am telling you, like there were some teams that were under 5 minutes. That is unheard of. So that goes to speak volumes as to how much the R&D, yeah, like you're pointing out, Patrick, great R&D and opportunity for gear. Exactly. Climb uses this race as a way to check out their gear and look at new opportunities to advance their gear. All of the manufacturers look at this race on ways that they can improve their products. And so there are, across the board, there is, safety, health, all these different pieces to this race that make it a fantastic event. And even though there was a lot of drama with the fuel in Puntilla, they still kept the race going. It is still going right now. So good to them on keeping this race together. So it is a difficult challenge every year with the logistics and the private property and all of the different, just trying to get the race course put together. So, way to go. This year has been an incredible race. It has been so fun to watch. It has been phenomenal with all the live feeds from the Facebook group. So again, way to go. Way to go. I would really love to see this race blow up, and that's what I am hoping for, is to help, try and promote this race on a national and a global stage, because this event is the world's longest and toughest snowmobile race, snow machine race, if you're an Alaskan. So there you go. Way to go. Right? Patrick, wonder if the Dave Sparks snow airboat would make it. It'd be quite a hell of a show, that's for sure. Oh, that'd be fun. They'd get him out there to go run it after the race. Well, after all the Iditarod teams go through, because yeah, that's kind of a a thing too. Is you don't want to tear up the trail too bad for the Iditarod teams that are coming through. So, all right, tubers and footers, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Patrick, for hanging out this evening for our evening Iron Dogger update. I am excited. I hope to make it out to the finish line tomorrow. I cannot guarantee anything. That was the whole reason we were here, was to be here for this event. So, whatever, things happen. We just go with the flow, right? That's all we can do. So again, thank you all for joining me. I look forward to the next update and seeing you guys all on the trail. Blip, blip, right? All right, we are following them every blip of the way. All right, see you guys. Iron Dogger out. See you soon. Thanks for joining. Thanks for making memories.